Hi everyone, so I'd like to take this moment to welcome you to my channel. I am fairly new to the YouTube industry. I've been watching YouTube for so long. I remember when they first launched YouTube, people were lip syncing and it got viral. So I have been watching YouTube videos for a very long time, and I thought this would be a great time for me to start a channel because it's something that I've been wanting to do and haven't had the time to or the courage to do so. Okay, so I'm gonna pause this video for a second, and could I find any better attractive picture than this? Anyway, so I completely forgot to share with you guys about the topic of this video. It is focusing on finding that motivation or pushing forward with your career path when you feel discouraged. Hopefully it's information for you guys to relate. Basically, you're not alone in the career path industry because everyone has a struggle to get to where they want to be. And I feel like this topic is very important because we all struggle to get to where we want to be. I mean, some people are fortunate enough where they don't have that struggle and they know what they want to do and where they want to be and got there. And for many of us, it's a little bit more challenging. So if you think that this topic interests you, go ahead and stay tuned. I will share a little bit more information about it. And if you have any comments, suggestions, or anything that you want to share, feel free to do so in the comment section below. So you're still here because you want to hear me out or trying to see if you can relate to my content or find a motivation factor. I want to give a full disclosure. I am not a licensed counselor, so whatever I'm telling you is not something I am telling you this is what you need to do to get there. It was simply my path. I don't have a secret formula to make things happen. It's all on you. Yeah, I know it's not something you want to hear, but I do want to do this video to let you know that the struggle is out there. Everyone struggles to find their path, but you shouldn't give up. There are many doors that are halfway open. You just have to find them and recognize them. And for me, my story is a little different, and you may say that I'm very fortunate, and I do agree with you, but don't think that I was just given this opportunity. I was just like everybody else, had struggle, had doubt, and I was just had many low points where I felt like I wasn't good enough or ready. So after your 4 years of high school, during that time, you should already kind of figure out what path you want to take or what you're passionate about. I'm probably like most of you guys, I had no clue, zero clue. I didn't even like school. I wasn't a straight A student. I may be a straight C student. School was not my forte. It wasn't just something that I want to do. It's something that I had to do. But many people stop at high school and jump into the workforce. But for me, I knew that I wanted to take the traditional route, which is to jump into a 4-year college and get my degree and then jump into the workforce. Many people are not fortunate enough to go into a 4-year college. They have to get a job because there's no finance there for them. For me, I was fortunate because I had financial aid. You are only qualified if your family is not making enough. I could have taken another route. Most of my friends who had financial aid, they decided to go community college. It was simply an easy way to just continue high school. For me, I don't frown upon that. Don't take my comment in a wrong direction. I just follow my gut. I felt like if I went towards that path, it wasn't a career advancement for me. I knew that people who went to community college because either they didn't have the finance for it or because they just wanted to continue high school. When I did my research between the two, I felt like the right path for me is to move forward with my career. I can't be stuck back into high school all over again. Believe me, high school is fun. I would probably do it again. But something in my gut was just telling me, no, you can't choose that path. And I just kind of listened and winged it. I decided to go to university at the very last minute. I didn't plan on going to orientation, but I kind of did just to get a feel, and I end up having a really good instinct about knowing that that's my path. Between high school and coming into college, I had no idea. I don't know what I wanted to do. I don't know what my passion is, but I took the ultimate safe path. For me, I felt like business is safe. For you guys, it may be something else, but for me in California, in the Silicon Valley, there are plenty of business opportunities out there. So I took that route, and let me give you a little information about the college structure. There's 3 different phases. The first phase is you'll have to take the general education, also known as GE. That's the reason behind taking the GE courses is to make you more of a well-rounded person. They want to mold you to be more diversified, to understand different areas that you would not normally take. Like, for example, everyone had to take public speaking. It's not something that you can avoid. You have to take it to jump into your lower division. So once you finish your 2 years in general ed, then you jump in your lower division. To get into your lower division, you have to already declare which field you want to be. For me, it's business. It would consist of everything that is relating to business, whether it's finance, accounting. Of course, you're not going to want to learn all that because you're not going to really need it. Till this day, I don't think I need it. But it gives you the opportunity to explore other areas that you may have not thought you would like, and that's what it did for me. Even though I declare myself as business management, I later changed it to HR. The whole reason for my change is because my past experience felt like my managers were not treating me fairly. I was introduced to the concept of HR is there to hire and fire. 2 things that kind of led me to change my concentration. 1, I got to explore a little bit about HR. And 2, because of my experience working with people, I understand that, I want to do better for people. I changed my degree very last minute. It was like towards the end of my 3rd year, and I kind of extended my graduation time for another year. When I was ready to go to my upper division, which mainly only focus on what your degree is about. For me, it's HR, so it's all HR courses. You'll learn about the laws and regulations in California and the federal regulations. Of course, textbook isn't enough. You can learn the information, but you need to also be experienced in order to be in the field. So during my last year of college, and I was almost ready to get my degree, I just felt very discouraged. All my friends, they have already paved their path. They already have internships. They already had at least a year in the belt, and they're moving towards a career. For me, when that would happen or when that opportunity will be available to me, it was very discouraging because I applied to very many low entry positions and no one took me. People want some sort of experience. I threw my resume out there every day seeking for jobs that I felt like, it's low enough for me to just kind of get my foot in the door. You just need someone to give you that opportunity. Seeking for opportunities in every way, even trying to look for volunteer. Sometimes when you volunteer to do things, you won't get paid for it, but that's completely fine. I was at that low point where I'm just like, I'm being desperate, but you have to do what you need to do to get to where you are. I knew people who had almost given up, and one of my friends said, I'm just gonna volunteer my time in HR and get my experience through it. Yeah, it worked for him and he went so much further. And again, I just was at the low point. I had no hope. Everyone else around me was very ambitious, and it makes me feel like I'm not ready and I'm not prepared. I was very fortunate enough. The job that I was working at the moment, I was in there for almost a year. They knew that I was working towards HR, and one day one of the managers reached out to me and knew I was planning to graduate in HR, so it was a good opportunity for me, and he reached out to me and asked if that's something I'd like to help him with. And there was no wage difference from my job to being the assistant to him. So I was like, you know what, I don't care if I'm being lowball, I'm still getting paid. I just need some sort of experience. So I started helping him out, for a month, until one day, I guess our regional had noticed that I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. So he reached out to my general manager. He found out that I'm about to leave the company, trying to find something within my concentration. So I got a call from our VP of corporate VP of HR, and she interviewed me, and she also reached out to the other one of the closer properties that they had, which is an hour away from where I was. We did my interview and I got the job. Mind you, I had no skills, just rolling with it. I'm like, here's another opportunity. I'm gonna take it. After everything said and done, they gave me an offer letter. This was like maybe 2 weeks before me getting my degree. I'm still blown away how this was such a blessing in my life, and it's a very important role. They gave me HR manager position. Isn't that kind of funny? I started out by majoring in management. I graduated with HR, so it's a combination of two. I was just very mind blown and scared and nervous, and this was like the ultimate door to my whole career. I was scared. Every day I was thinking about it. I was like, I can't do this. I'm not prepared. I don't want to set myself with failure. What if I mess up on one thing and I get a lawsuit? And you know, HR is a huge responsibility, especially in California. And I had all these things running through my mind, and I just kind of psyched myself out. And I took the leap of faith and went for it. I had no experience. I was scared to fail at my position. All I had was almost had a piece of paper showing that I have an HR degree. Once I graduated, 2 weeks later, I started in my HR management position. I didn't know how to manage people. Everyone else was older than I am. Are they gonna take me seriously? It's just all these factors. But if I had doubted myself so much and not gone through with what I did, I wouldn't have this opportunity to advance. It's a scary leap of faith. It really is. I believe that God only gives you what you're ready for. With that in mind, I start believing. You know the whole saying of, you'll fake it until you make it? I didn't fake anything, but I started to believe in myself that I was capable. This role is huge. So I took it seriously and developed the whole program for HR. I do have a general manager who I reported to, but everything I wanted to do within HR, I had zero knowledge of how to do paperwork, what's I-9, what's W-4, and how to do payroll, how to develop a policy, how to discipline people. I knew none of that, but I learned, and they were patient enough to teach me. Again, I was fortunate. I had a lot of support from corporate. They had a lot of faith in me. I don't know what sparked that faith, but I didn't want to let them down, and that's the reason how I continue to be better at my position. So with that being said, I've been with the company maybe almost 4 years, and I struggle. There's a lot of things that I still don't know. You know, I'm just so uncertain about a lot of things, but sometimes you just have to believe in yourself, and you just have to take the leap of faith and just wing it. Like I said in the beginning of the video, you're gonna have many doors that are halfway open. It's up to you to realize that those are the doors. If you need to, push that door open, walk in. Don't be afraid. Failure is something that we're all scared of. Failure is a good way for you to learn, so don't be afraid. I just want to wrap it up letting you guys know that I struggle. I didn't know where I started. I've gone a long way. I believe in you guys, and you guys should believe in yourself, because ultimately no one else will believe in you except for yourself. So if you want any more inspirational video, or if you find something that interests you within this video, feel free to provide your comment in the section below and let me know what your thoughts about this video. And yes, I know I'm gonna have some hateful comment telling me that I was very fortunate. I understand, but many times it's not given to me. I follow what I felt was right. So you should do that too. You don't want to not try it and wonder if that was a path you should have taken. So I want to thank you all for sticking around to hear my spiel. I know it's quite long, and I'm gonna basically end it here. So thank you guys for staying tuned and watch my video, and feel free to come back, and hopefully I'll have more videos like this for you guys. Enjoy.